If you are a fan of just straight up action movies, or as my friend said after watching this movie, if you're a fan of anime action brought to live action, this is a movie for you. Boy Kills World stars Bill Skarsgård and Jessica Rothe, and is about Boy, a deaf person with vibrant imagination, and when his family is murdered, he is trained by a mysterious shaman to repress his childish imagination and become an instrument of death. Now, have you heard of this movie? Probably not, because I never saw one trailer for this movie in a theater. Now, I did see a few commercials on TV, and through Twitter film community, I have heard of this movie. But this movie's coming out this weekend, and again, no one really knows about it. And so I went in tonight kind of open-minded, like I didn't really know what the story was about. I just knew Bill Skarsgård and Jessica Rothe are killing people. That's all I really knew in this movie. And I walked away saying this was over the top. Now, let me say this. This movie is going to be loved by many, and there's going to be people out there that probably just really didn't like it. And you know what? I totally see it. Like, I think it's fair in my opinion with this one. This movie is very wacky. It's very different, but it's original, which is really cool. I'll give it that. But for me personally, I walked away saying, I probably wouldn't watch it again, honestly. Like, I enjoyed the action. Like, positive, straight up, like, it's the action in this movie. It's bloody, it's over the top, I'm gonna keep using that word, and they go for it. And that's all fair. There was stuff in this movie I've not seen in an action movie. That's awesome. There is a really bloody scene involving Bill Skarsgård and an item that you could relate from Evil Dead Rise that I did not expect. But this movie just really pushes the boundaries and has fun for the most part. And for the most of this runtime, I was never bored of this movie. I was entertained when the action was on screen because it's also filmed very well. There's some great fight scenes, some great physical just acting going on. Like, Bill Skarsgård is a freaking great actor, but physically in this movie, my God, I mean, the man's like 6'5", I think. I don't even know, but he is so big in this movie. He's also mute. So the whole movie, the only time you get his inner thoughts is from the voice of Bob's Burgers. I don't watch Bob's Burgers, but the voice was funny. There was many times the voice it's so out of place when you look at Bill Skarsgård that it added to the humor. So Bill Skarsgård and the guy who does the voice for him, I thought it was a very winning combo in this movie. And when they're in fight scenes, it really added to the comedy of it. Jessica Rothe, who is, if you don't know, is from the Happy Death Day movies. She is the main actress in those movies. She is a badass in this movie. I love seeing her get to do more of this stuff because she's actually a really good actress, and I'm glad she's finally, doing more things that I can see, and so she's really cool in this movie. I mean, there is a ton of people in this movie. I found the movie, again, at its high point when the action is bloody, ridiculous, and you're just at a fast pace. Besides that, I mean, I just found the story just really, really lackluster and very easy watch, like, story predictability. Because at the end of this movie, they try to give you, like, 1-2 twist, and it feels like, I was like, yeah, we all knew that. It didn't really add to the movie. I do think if they would have had it happen in the first 40 minutes of the movie, I think there would have been a really cool dynamic between a twist and a certain character. But no, they wait to the very, very end. And I sat there saying to myself, like, the story really isn't there. It reminded me of, like, Hunger Games, like this evil government, basically, that Bill Skarsgård is just trying to kill everybody in this government. It's, like, TV people, and, like, it's trying to be very national and everything. It reminds me of Hunger Games, but for the movie like this, I feel like they take the story way too seriously in the end of the movie. Throughout the whole movie, it's fun and wacky and very easy, which is very, like, you're going for the action, so the story can be very easy, and that's fine. But the movie gets very, like, we're trying to get real serious now. I'm like, it doesn't really work, and it clashes tones at one point. I just found myself saying, you just need to continue to have fun with this movie. And I feel like people who are going to have a lot of fun with this movie will do that through the entire runtime. But for me personally, I enjoyed for the one watch. I enjoyed Bill Skarsgård, Jessica Rothe, the entire cast. I mean, everyone in this movie, I feel like, knows what movie they're making. I got to give it up to the stunt team, the physical work from Bill Skarsgård, Jessica Rothe. Like, seriously, the action, of this movie is the reason to see this movie. If you're not a fan of action movies, don't even bother. But hey, we have another original movie in theaters, which is really cool to say. I'm going to give Boy Kills World a C+. I am telling you though, this is a very bloody action movie, which I always like, because action movies that are PG-13, there's a lot of great ones. But whenever it gets just like full blown, just throw everything to the screen, throw all the blood and action, I'm entertained, honestly. Especially when it's filmed well, like, good thing for that. But again, not a movie that I really cared for, but I would love to hear your thoughts. I would love to hear the people that did love this movie, and have you even heard of it? Like, again, it comes out this weekend in theaters. And you guys enjoy this movie review. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, everybody.